are just now entering into our third month of 2025. And as if things weren't already crazy enough, guess who just joined TikTok? Now, if you had not seen the title of this video, you would have never guessed. But because you did see the title of this video, before we go any further, can we take just one moment to all collectively throw up in our mouths? Because this is absolutely disgusting. But I can't say I didn't see it coming. You know when Gypsy Rose got out of jail and she was celebrated and treated like a celebrity and given a reality show and book deals and all of that stuff? I joked, what's next, Casey Anthony? And here we are. You know, a few short months later, Casey Anthony has now taken to TikTok, and she is describing herself as a legal advocate slash researcher, and she kind of leaves out the baby killing part. I mean, she kind of forgets to mention what she's most known for. Killing her baby. Sorry. I haven't been feeling well lately. Maybe I'm just allergic to people like Casey Anthony. I don't know. But now she is trying to make videos and content and trying to be an advocate for Lord knows what. And when I hear that she's a legal advocate, like, my immediate response is, well, if you're going to try to be a legal advocate content creator, then I'm going to be an advocate of getting you the hell out of here, because we don't need you on any of these platforms. You have no business being here. You should be ashamed to even show your face on these platforms. And who in the hell in their right mind would come to someone like Casey Anthony for legal advice? But hey, we live in a crazy world. We live in such a crazy world that someone like Casey Anthony is probably going to be one of the most next popular TikTokers out there. But before I go any further, because I got a lot to say, let's go ahead and roll this TikTok. Casey Anthony's first TikTok. That sounds very weird to say. But then again, it's 2025. These are the type of people who are given a platform and made famous these days. So let's roll the clip, and then I'll be right back with more.
We're sweat to death. Okay. Today is Saturday, March 1st, 2025. This is my first of probably many recordings on a series that I'm starting. I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011. And in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony. My parents are George and Cindy Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in response to anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done. The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself. I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity. Moving forward, the majority of what you will see will be me speaking in a professional capacity. My goal is to continue to help give a voice to people, to give people tools and resources that they can utilize so they actually know where they can turn to. So with that, please join me on Substack. If you have questions, I will set up an email address where we can correspond directly. Up until this point, that has never happened. And it's only going to be on a limited basis regarding legal issues, legal matters. One of the main reasons that I'm doing this, there are people close to me who have been targeted and attacked recently. There are also people close to me who have had some recent things occur. And when necessary, people needed to step up, myself included. So as a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal community, women's rights, I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me and now look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse that it has been since 2008. With that, these aren't going to be perfect. They're not going to be edited. Most of the time, they're not going to be short. But I am proverbially standing in the light, embracing this piece, still going to keep my privacy intact. So you will get very comfortable with my car, and I will explain in great detail why it's so important for people to protect their privacy. It's not just important to public figures, it's even more important to private individuals. And with the current climate in our country especially, it's that much more important, which is why I am utilizing the Substack platform. Yes, I am advertising this and publishing this on TikTok, possibly also through other meta platforms, but my intention is to separate from that and showcase even more why Substack is such an important resource for people to utilize moving forward. Anyway, I appreciate your time, and we'll see how this goes.
I don't know about you guys, but I had to rewind that clip at least 3 or 4 times to see if I heard what I thought I heard. She literally had the audacity to say that you're going to get comfortable with my car or in my car, like your kid in the trunk, the kid that you didn't report for how long was it? I mean, it's been a while, but damn. You know what? I'm not even going to go there. I'm going to take this in a different direction. Because just in case you didn't understand where she was going with this, because she does not do a good job at expressing herself, which makes all of this kind of pointless. You made this TikTok and you didn't really say much. You know, she's not an effective speaker, if you ask me. She's not able to communicate what she's really trying to say. But basically, let me interpret this for you. Basically, what's happening here is Casey Anthony is now going to try to become a content creator that weighs in on true crime cases and stuff like that. Much like people within MySpace, the type of channels that you guys watch here on YouTube. Casey Anthony is now going to try to be one of these people. She's going to be someone who is an advocate / expert that's going to weigh in on all of these cases. And I wish I could say that she's going to be laughed away, shunned off of these platforms, that people aren't going to accept this, but let's just be real, folks. You're not going to get the real deal anywhere else, but you'll get it here. The true crime community, it's a mixed bag. You got a lot of good folks, but you got a lot of twisted folks as well. And this, oh man, the true crime people, not all, a lot of them are going to love this. They're going to fully support this. They may tell you otherwise, but they will be the biggest fans of her channel. If you don't think that she's going to be successful, go look at the amount of freaking followers and subscribers that she has already gained in just one day, folks. She's gained more followers and subscribers in one day than most people will gain in a lifetime. So if you think that people aren't going to support or at least hate watch, you're wrong. That's the sad part here. We are now about to live in a world here in 2025 where all these cases that you're talking about and stuff, Casey Anthony is going to be a voice now in some of these cases. If people allow her to. But let's be real, we know people are going to allow her to. Someone like me, I'll call this stuff out. But a lot of people are going to go along with this, man. I'm telling you right now. And this is the very type of stuff I was warning people about back when they were glorifying Gypsy Rose and treating her like a celebrity when she got out of jail. You know, it's a slippery slope. And now we're here where Casey Anthony, unfortunately, is going to grift off of the tragic death of her child. It's absolutely disgusting, but it's like, this is where we're at in society. You could feel surprised, but are you really surprised? Like, we obviously, like, naturally, we were going to progress to this point, at some point, if we didn't nip it in the bud. You know what I mean? Because our society has started to glorify the worst of people. Like the worst our society, the worst America, the worst humanity has to offer. These are the people that we constantly put on a pedestal. These are the people that we constantly give a platform for one reason or the other. And yeah, now it's more extreme than it used to be, but you get it. It's not a coincidence that all of the most powerful people all turn out to be horrible people. Most of the famous people are horrible people. And now we're at a point where people accused of doing things, people who get out of jail for killing their own parents, people who may have possibly killed their own children. Like, these are the type of people who are now our social media influencers. It's so weird. But I started looking into things a little bit, and not only is Casey Anthony trying to be like a legal advocate / legal advice content creator or whatever the hell she's trying, she's also trying to be like a left-wing, Democrat influencer who's also advocating for DEI and talking about the importance of DEI and freaking out about the I'm sorry, it's just so bizarre. Why have we gotten here? Like, listen, when we all first watched the Casey Anthony stuff play out, we could have never imagined that, hey, in the year 2025, we're not going to have flying cars, but Casey Anthony's going to be on TikTok covering true crime. Holy freaking moly, man. This is the type of stuff that just sickens me. And I feel like sometimes I'm on an island because I'm willing to call stuff out, but a lot of other people aren't. So it makes me look like I'm a bad guy or I'm the crazy one, right? But I hope more people are on board here and they do think that, hey, we don't need Casey Anthony out here, on TikTok and stuff. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. But yeah, folks, this is where we're at, and I don't think there's no going back. We're now in a world where Casey Anthony is a true crime content creator / left-wing Democrat influencer, progressive influencer, liberal influencer. I don't know what you want to call her. She's like on Substack freaking out about the Department of Education and freaking out about Trump and stuff like that. So I guess that's kind of predictable as well. Hell, who knows? Maybe, listen, in the world that we're living in, we're a few steps away from someone like Casey Anthony running for president. I would not be surprised if the next step is Casey Anthony running for some form of office. This is literally going to go one of two ways. Either Casey Anthony is all of a sudden going to try to run like for some form of office, or she's going to be on OnlyFans. One of the two. Or maybe she'll just become the biggest true crime content creator of them all. That wouldn't surprise me either, because boy oh boy, I'm telling you right now, the true crime community, they are eager to support this woman. Regardless if it's with love or it's with hate, her videos are going to blow up. But for now, let me know what you think about this. I hope that most of you all agree with me on this one. I really do. I'm open to all opinions, but damn. Let me know your thoughts down below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all soon in the next one.